what is going on, guys? So I have 4 different types of Shiatsu massager chair pads. Let me just start off with the prices, okay? So this one here, I paid about $80 here, $100 here, $150 here, and $200 for this one here. Now all of these have heat, but the heat is very, very mild. Now these two here are exactly the same massage chair pads. The only thing is one of them has like gel on the massage balls. The other one is just hard plastic. Now these ones here are only for the back, and they claim that you can use this in the car, but I haven't used it in the car. But these ones here are the back, but you also get the neck massagers on these as well. The only thing I have to say, if I'm only using just the back massager, I'm not using the neck massagers on these, just using the back. Now I'm 6'1", I'm 180 pounds. The thing is, they say the full back, it gets my like upper back here, but it stops about here. It doesn't get my upper back. Now if I use the neck massager with the back massager on these, it does get my upper back. It gets my neck, and it also gets down here as well. Now all of these have padding as well. As you can see, there's a padding here. If it's not strong enough, you can go ahead and take these off. These are all held by Velcro. The same thing with the headrest here. You can go ahead and pop this out like that. You can pop the headrest out. If you just want the headrest on there, you have a Velcro on here. You can just leave it just like that as well. For myself, I prefer to have this pad on all of them. Now the thing is, if any of these massagers are too hard for you, you can always put like an additional, like a towel or a linen on top of this as well. So let me go over each of these really briefly, and I'm going to tell you which one I think is the best, and also which one my mother thinks is the best. Now my mother is a lot shorter. She's 5'3". Okay. So like I said, they say that you can use these two in a car. Obviously these ones are not advised because you have the neck on top of there as well. But again, I haven't used these in a car. Another thing that I want to mention is it depends on what kind of couch or chair you actually put the massagers on, because it'll feel a little bit different. Now all of these can be used in the home or office as well. And like I said, depending on the couch, I mean depending on like how soft the cushion is, also depends on like how high the back of the chair is. You can use a regular sofa, you can go ahead and use a regular chair like this or an office chair. Or if you wanted to, you can actually recline it as well. You can put it in a recliner, or you can go ahead and do something like this as well. Kind of lean it on like a little area that's a little bit like reclined, just like that. Now these 3 chairs here are by Snilax. This one's also by Snilax. This one here is a different brand. This is comfier. They all have pockets where you can put the remote. On these here, they come on the side, on the side, on the side. This one here doesn't go on the side. It actually goes in the back here. Now the only difference between these two right here is basically the massage balls, and this one here is actually gel. And let me show you. Let me go ahead and turn both of these on. I'll turn that one on, and I'll also turn this one on. And I'll turn the heat on so we can actually see the massage balls here. So let me turn the heat on here, and I'll turn the heat on here as well. Now we can see, now this is the cheaper one here, and this one here is basically hard plastic, okay? You have like a big ball here and a little ball here on the side as well. And you see this one on here, we have the big ball up here, and it's kind of like soft gel, and the little ball has a little bit of gel on it as well. Now both of these remotes are the same, okay? You can do the full back, you can do only the upper back or the lower back. You have spot on here too. If you actually want to leave it in like one area, you can do that as well. You have a vibration on both of these seats too. Basically the vibration, you have low, medium, and high intensity. The only thing that does is basically vibrate the seat here. Just a little bit more relaxing. I don't care for it, but my mom definitely likes it. And you also have a timer here, okay? You can set it to 5, 10, or 15 minutes. Now this one here is by Snilax, just like these two, except this one here has a neck massager here. You have the padding down here that you can pull off if you think it's not hard enough for you. Of course, you have heat on here as well. And you have like an extra padding on here on the neck. If the neck massager wasn't hard enough for you, you can go ahead and unzip and take this off, and you're able to clean this cloth as well. The same thing with this one too. It has another cloth on top of here, but you can go ahead and unzip this and take this whole thing off as well. I think it feels better with it on exactly the way all of these are. I think that's the best feel. Another thing I want to note is all of these have straps too, okay? You got straps here, you got straps on this one, you got straps on the back of this one as well, if you wanted to go ahead and strap it into an actual, like a chair or an office chair. Now let me show you the remote to this one here. Let me go ahead and just pull this padding off, and you can see the thickness of the padding here. And we'll go ahead and turn this one on, and you can see the balls here moving right here. There's one that's lit up, and on the side there's another little ball, okay? They're both hard plastic. It's similar to this one here. Remember, this one here has like the gel on top of it. And looking at this remote here, you actually have a timer. You have 5, 10, and 15 minutes that you can set the timer on. You have the heat as well. If I put the heat on, you can see that this turns like red right here. And this is where the heat is coming out of. You can also set it on full back, or if you just want like the upper back, or if you just want the lower back. And you also have a spot. If you wanted to keep it at a specific spot, you can go ahead and move it up and down and just stop exactly where you want it and just let it go ahead and do its thing in that spot. Now this one also has a neck massager here too, okay? So if I press on the neck right here, so you can run like the neck by itself. So you don't have to have like the back and the neck on the same time. I prefer to have them both on the same time, but you can use one or the other. Right now I only have the neck massager on, not the back. And what's cool about the neck massager too is you can raise it up and down, okay? When I get on it, I have to go ahead and raise this up, and it'll basically move the massager balls higher up. My mother, I said she's very short, she's 5'3". She has to move it all the way down, okay? And it just goes down lower. The thing with my mom, to hit her like upper back and like her neck area, she's only 5'3", so she's pretty short. So she does have to put like 2 of these cushions on here. But I tell you right now, if you want a good full back massage, not only the upper back, but the upper back and the neck massage, then you have to go with one of these here, okay? Again, this one here, they say the full back, but it doesn't really hit your upper back. The same with my mom. It basically just goes up to like a little bit past your shoulder blades, but it doesn't go high enough to get those like good areas around the upper back, kind of like near the shoulder area. Another cool thing too with this one is not only can you do a Shiatsu massage, but you also have a roller. When you do the roller, it basically just rolls straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. And this one also has the Shiatsu as well as the roller massage as well. Let me go ahead and put this padding back on here. It's a Velcro like inside here. And now we'll go ahead and move on to the comfier. Now before I get into the particulars of this one here, let me just tell you, okay, out of all of these, like I said, my mom's 5'3". She's like in her early 60s. Her favorite is definitely this one here, okay? And like I said, because with the neck massager, you get the upper back, not just the upper back. You actually go higher, plus you get the neck area. And I'll tell you guys right now, if you guys were to come over here right now and you were to try all 4 of these chairs, I'm going to say like 90% of you guys right away are going to pick either one of these 2. However, these 2 are more expensive, but I definitely think it's worth it opposed to having these 2. So moving on to the comfier model here. Now this is my favorite chair, okay? Again, my mom likes this one the best. I like this one the best. The reason why I like this one the best, I mean, it just feels great all around. And there's some other really cool features on here too that makes it a lot more comfortable. My mom prefers this one here because the neck massager isn't as strong as this one here. Anyways, if she uses any of these chairs and she wants to get her upper back or her neck massage, she does still have to put like 2 cushions on these. So let me show you the remote here. Let me just go ahead and take this padding off so you can actually see the balls, the rollers on here as well. Let me just pull that off, lay that on the side here. And here's a remote here, and this chair does a little bit of extra on here. Let me first put the power on here. Now, first thing you can notice is like the same size here. The other ones is like 1 big ball and 1 small ball on each side. Now, of course, this one here, we can do the full back or the upper back or the lower back. We can choose 1 or 2. We have the neck massager up here. If I click on the neck massager, we can raise the neck massager up and down as well. Like I said, even if my mom's on here, she has the 2 pads on here, she still has to lower the neck all the way down to the very bottom. For me, again, I'm 6'1". I kind of like it like 3/4 of the way up, and it hits like the top of my back, like around my shoulder areas, and all over my neck as well. You also have a spot feature on here, just like the other 3 massage chair pads. You can go ahead and set it on a particular spot. You can raise it up and down and just stop where you want, and it'll go ahead and keep circulating in that area. This one here, not only does it have the Shiatsu massager, but it also has the rolling. The same thing as this one here. So if you do the rolling here, it's just going to go up and then down, up and then down. Doesn't give you that Shiatsu circular motion. Now, another cool thing too about this massage pad here is it has a 2D, 3D, okay? So let me go ahead and tap on that. Basically with the 2D and 3D, it gives like a different kind of like circular motion, okay? So there's like one right there, and here's the other one here. Of course, it does have heating on here. Now, the thing I had to say with all the heating pads, they all get warm like pretty mild, pretty much the same thing. I don't feel a difference, one getting warmer than the other. But this one does look like the two balls on each side get warm instead of like just one ball. But I still don't feel a difference in this one getting like a warmer, a little bit hotter than the others. They're all very mild heat, and I typically like to have this pad on there. Now, in regards to seat, now this one vibrates as well, okay? All these vibrate too. Now, this one does vibrate as well, and you can set the vibration mode up here, okay? So there's like a level 1, level 2, and level 3, and you can just feel it. You can just feel it vibrating. Now, the only thing is in regards to the timer, like all these, you can set the timer. You can set it to 5, 10, or 15 minutes on these three here. This one here, you can't set the timer. It's automatically set to 20 minutes. So after 20 minutes, it just shuts off. If you want to do it again, then obviously you just got to turn it back on. Now, one of the coolest features about this one here is, take a look at this. You have something called an airbag here and an air seat here, and you can increase and decrease the intensity. Let me go ahead and pop on the airbag here. And now watch this. The airbag is on. Now take a look at these. These two flaps here and these two flaps here fills up with air. You can increase and decrease the intensity. Now, I love this because it makes you feel like nice and firm and like sucked into the actual chair. And the same thing with the seat here. Let me go ahead and put the air seat on. Let's put it on, and you can see these side things will basically fill up with air, and it's just like a nice, good feeling like on your hips. It just puts you in the chair more. Kind of feels like more like an actual massage chair. Okay, so again, this one here is my favorite. My mom's favorite is this one here. The only reason why she likes this one more is because the neck massager isn't as strong as this one. Let me put the air seat on and the air back on here. So I can feel my hips like tightening up, and like back here, I feel like it's tightening up my waist as well because of the air. Now let me go ahead and turn on the neck here. And the neck is definitely like way too low right now, so I need to like raise it up. Let me go ahead and raise this up. Now the thing I want to mention too is when my mother's on here, even though she has these two pillows, doesn't matter which one she's on, for her to get like a really good neck massage, she has to kind of like lean a little bit over like this where it hits that certain spot. Then she kind of moves over like this and it kind of gets it. Another thing that I want to mention too is, you notice like the backs here are higher on this one, so I can kind of like lean back. On this one here, if the chair or couch doesn't have like a high back, I'm kind of like leaning my head back like that if I want to lay it flat back. So for me, for this, like on this couch, I kind of have to like sit like upwards, but if I really want to relax, my head's going to be looking up because again, the back on this chair is not high enough. With these here, you have that support back here so you can just lay in just like that. And like right now I can feel it massaging my neck here, up here. And for me, one of the most important parts is when it gets right down here. But this one here is definitely my favorite out of these four here. And let me get on my mother's favorite. Let me go ahead and turn the neck on here. I need to raise the neck up because it's hitting up the upper of my back right now. Oh yeah, like right there. Now, like I said, this one that I'm sitting on now is my mother's favorite, okay? I personally like this one here because for me, the neck feels better on this one. It's a little bit harder. This one here is a little bit lighter. My mom likes this one a little bit better. So overall, in my opinion, in my mother's opinion, these two are definitely the best. Like I said, if you guys were to come over here right now, maybe you think you only want just the back massage, but if you sat in each four of these chairs, 90% of you guys are going to be like, I don't even know what I was thinking about these. Like these ones here with the neck, it does the upper back as well, is definitely the way to go. But again, these are a little bit more expensive as well. And I don't think you can put these in the cars, okay? I think you can use these in the cars, but you can't use this one. But if I was only to use just the back massager, all of them, not using neck massager, they all feel very, very similar, and they all go the same height. They don't really hit my upper back, okay? With having the neck massagers, they do hit my upper back, and they get my neck as well. So there you guys go. I hope you guys found that pretty informative. If you have any question or anything, just comment below. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.